Let's talk about the find value metric given row and column sum. So you are given two arrays, row sum and column sum of non-negative integer. Right. You can go through this, and then I'm going to just quickly just talk about the question. So this is actually pure math, and I mean it will definitely related to code, but I would say this question is not hard. But due to the math problem, you have to think about probably more than 30 minutes, I guess. So in this example, row sum, right? This is row 0, this is row 1, and this is column 0, and then column 1, right? Now, then I know like you have 2 by 2 matrix, right? So I'm going to just I'm going to assign A, B, C, D, right? And then for the math problem, I know A plus B equal to 3. And then C plus D is equal to 8, right? This is the definition for row sum, right? But how about the other one? The other one is 4 and 7, right? So I know A plus C is equal to 4. B plus D is actually equal to 7. So how do we know like when do we actually need to subtract a number to find out A or B or C or D, right? So here's a problem. Let me change another color, this one. Right, so if I subtract a number in the row 1, right? In the row 1, I will definitely get a fit either column 0 or column 1, right? So at some point, I need to subtract, right? So when I subtract a number, look at this. Row sum index 0 and column sum index 0. Which one is the smallest? So I find the smallest one, and then I can assign a number directly, right? So 3 and 4. So I will pick 3, right? I will pick 3. Let me erase A. So I will pick 3. Now I know I use this number in these cells. So I'm going to subtract. So I subtract the row sum. So it's going to be 0, 8. And for column sum, it's going to be a 1, 7, right? Okay. Now let's move on the next column. So if I compare the next column, right? I'm still in row 1, and this is column 1. I mean, yes, row 0, column 1. Sorry about that. So my current value for row value is actually 0, 0 and 7. Which one is smallest? It's definitely 0, right? So I assign 0 to these cells, right? And then I subtract 0 in that 0, and then for the column, I have 7 minus 7 is still 7, right? So I move on to the next following row, right? It's going to be C, right? And let me erase these cells first. Okay. So for row 1, column 0, 8 and 1, right? 8 and 1, because for the maximum is actually 4, right? So I can only assign 1 right here, right? So if I assign 1, I need to subtract the 1 right here, which is 0, and this one is 7, right? Then I will move on to D. D is actually what? D is actually 7, right? Because originally this is 4, 7. Column 1 is 7, right? And then I know row 1 is 8, so 1 plus x equal to 8. 0 plus y is equal to 7. So what is x and y? It's definitely 7, right? So you assign 7 right here. Alright, this is pure math. I mean, let's be honest. So I'm going to assign n equal to row sum dot length and equal to column sum dot length. And I forgot the dots right here. Then I would actually create a 2D array. I'm going to put DP right away, I don't care. Then I will traverse the entire matrix. Now I need to assign, right? I need to assign. So my DP at I and j will be equal to math.min. So I need to find out the mean. Alright, so it's going to be row sum at I and column sum at j. So just have to making sure you know I and j should be put on, right? I represent a row, j represent a column. So if I use this number, then I will say row sum at I will subtract by the number that I pick, right? And then column sum at j will be subtract by the number I take. Right. And this is pretty much it, right? So I will just return deeply. So this is about a metric problem. Alright, I made a mistake. Column sum dot length. Let me submit. Alright, here we go. So let's talk about time and space. This is going to be what? This is going to be a space out of m times n. This is going to be a time out of n times n. So they are the same. And this is a solution, and this is not hard. Again, this is a pure math. If you don't know, then you just do the math and then you will just code. Basically, you can code this in 1 minute, to be honest. And I will see you next time. Bye.